won't say his name. When the only thing I taste is fucking pain. I don't feel. And I would never call you out if you're about waiting for a minute.
Hey guys, welcome back to Liddy Reacts. So today I'm going to be reacting to Outer Banks, Chase and Maddie explains why it's binge worthy. E-News, it says Maddie, is that like a nickname? I do not know, but anyway, we should get into this and it will explain why it's binge worthy. Even though I've watched it, so I know why it's binge worthy, so yeah. So yeah, let's just get straight into this. Let's go.
If you're looking for an escape out of your living room, if you want to hang out on the beach, swim in the ocean, or party on some boats, well, look no further than the newest hit from Netflix, Outer Banks. Y'all, this has drama, it's got mystery, it's got a really good-looking cast, and it's the perfect show to binge watch right now. Check this out.
I don't care if my friends find out.
Beautiful man.
With his frosted tips. Look, yesterday I didn't even know who you were. And today I'm like, Sarah Cameron.
Dreamboat right there.
Two stars from the show joining me right now. Please say hello to Madeline Cline and Chase Stokes. Thank you guys for being here.
I think this was before they were together. I'm not too sure when they actually got together.
So am I safe to say that you were actually quarantining together?
Yeah, actually, so some of the cast, so Drew Starkey, Rudy Panko, Chase, and myself, and our friend Elaine are all kind of quarantined together right now.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Now, how did y'all decide to quarantine together? And
I don't know if they're still quarantined together. This was like 4 months ago, I think.
Kind of like we were all hanging out one night and we were like, it's so boring to do this by ourselves. And then through a weird chain of events, we were like, why don't we do this together?
Yeah.
And we were like, all right.
Let's build a fort.
Yeah. We built a fort.
Well, I love it. I agree. If you can't be with all of your friends, you can at least be with some of them.
Exactly.
It's way more fun to quarantine with a fun group of people. Now, I have to know, you guys, this show just dropped on Netflix. Did you guys binge watch this together yesterday? Are there group chats going on with other castmates? What was your response when you saw this finally hit Netflix?
We have so many group chats right now. It's really hard to keep up. It's pretty overwhelming. We did binge watch yesterday. We drank mimosas and just had a grand old time with it. It's really exciting.
Yeah, we kind of lucked out too because we were pretty
background.
involved with the post-production process.
That's so random, but it's
true.
true.
We got to watch everything prior to it coming out.
Yes.
It's weird phases of like adding noises and nautical sounds and all that crazy nonsense. So it's been really cool to kind of watch it from, obviously filming, then post-production, and then watching kind of the world take it in the past 2 days.
Yeah.
So.
Now, I have to say, y'all have lit up Twitter, and there's some really funny tweets. We're going to show them to you in just a little bit, but I want to know
that'll be fun.
how many episodes did you get through in one sitting?
Ooh.
We got through. We got all the way through like 7.
Yeah.
I think.
Wow.
Well, that's a lot. Okay.
Sat down. We
Can't
made
compete
coffee.
with that.
Well,
I mean,
doing this.
I watched it
I fell
with
asleep like halfway through.
my uncle and my mum, and then I watched it with my granddad, and then I went back and watched it with my nan.
Yet, give us your quick elevator pitch. What is Outer Banks all about?
So, elevator pitch. All right. So it's 4 friends who live in this kind of crappy part of town called the Cut, and while they're living there, a hurricane comes and knocks out all the power. They find out that there is a shipwreck that my dad has been trying to find for a number of years called the Royal Merchant that sunk with $400 million in gold. And after my dad's been missing, we find a certain clue that could lead us to either where the gold is or finding my dad.
I love it. It's so good, and it really is like such an amazing mix of like drama and fun, and it also is escapism right now. Like we all want to be in the Outer Banks, and you guys are actually taking us there. And clearly everyone is loving this because, I don't know if you guys know this, I think I saw this on your IG, but Outer Banks is already trending at number 3 on Netflix. You are right behind Tiger King. How does it feel to be in the same league as Joe Exotic?
Watch out, all you cool cats kittens.
I feel a little starstruck.
Aww.
I want to interview Joe Exotic.
I would love to.
Now,
die for him.
That would be amazing. There's a long line for people that want to interview him. Like, so many people want first dibs, but I feel like y'all are like Netflix brothers. Like, you got to make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Netflix brothers.
Now,
Those,
this show is being called like a
Netflix
mix
brothers.
between, they're saying like two classics, the OC and Goonies. And Chase, I read that you originally passed on the role because you thought it was some kind of like Goonies reboot. What do you have against the Goonies?
No, okay, so like the thing is like I love the Goonies so much that sometimes when you see
What is the
reboots happen,
Goonies?
they don't hit as hard as they
I
should.
feel like I should know
Goonies
what it
such an
is, but
iconic
I
piece of cinema.
don't
And
think I
it's
do
so
know what it
beloved by
is.
so many people. So when I saw it, I was like, I don't want to do that.
It's
like I
a
don't want to be
program,
the guy
right?
responsible for destroying a cult classic film. So
Oh, it's a film.
I passed on it because I thought
Got that
Goonies
wrong.
should be a film. It should be stuck in time. I don't think it should be made into a TV series. So let's just leave it as is. And then, fast forward a couple months, I got the audition from another casting director, and she was like, here's the pilot, you should read this. And I read it, and I was like, oh, this is not the Goonies. I made a giant mistake in February. So no, I'm super, super thankful that I had that relationship to be able to, savor me passing on it originally for something it wasn't.
And come back.
Yeah.
I can't imagine the show with anybody else. Now,
I
had
know,
either one of you
right?
actually
It's so
traveled to
weird.
the Outer Banks before you showed up to film?
Chase has been to the Outer Banks. I have not, actually. My family is from North Carolina. My dad has been, like, his favorite place on planet Earth is Cape Hatteras. He loves the Outer Banks, but I actually have not.
I haven't.
But now you're like an Outer Banks expert, I'm guessing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Fictional town. I think the funny thing that
We
people
say
are kind
that.
of correlating is it is fictional to an extent. Like all of these areas are fictional places in the Outer Banks. So
Right.
there's Dare County and there's Kill Devil County. So we decided to mush the two together and make it Kildare County. So yeah, I spent a couple summers with family members. We go up to the Outer Banks for a couple weeks and kind of get involved in some debauchery.
Aw.
So, yeah, it's a fun place, and we're excited to kind of bring it to life in a fictional way.
I love that. Now, we were talking about classics like the Goonies. There's some other classics that people are saying this is kind of compared to elements of things like Riverdale, like other amazing teen dramas, the OC, Dawson's Creek. So we wanted to play a little game with you guys. If your characters, Sarah and John B, were in any of those other shows, who would they be most like? Now, some of these shows, I don't know if y'all were even born when they came out. So if you don't know the answers, it's fine. We kind of made up some of our own as well. So let's start with one of my favorites, OC. Who would John B and Sarah be
Don't know what OC
in the
is.
OC?
I'm gonna throw myself under the bus here. I've actually never watched the OC.
Oh, me neither.
Okay, thank God, because it's like the 1/3 left.
So we've got a picture right here. Okay, so this is like, to me, I mean, this was like the classic teen show, but again, this came out a long time ago, so I was surprised if you guys had seen it, but we decided
I
that
haven't
you
seen
guys
it.
would be Ryan Atwood, of course, played by Ben McKenzie,
Okay.
and Marissa Cooper, who was played by Misha Barton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah? Okay, next up, let's do a little Gossip Girl.
Oh, I've watched that. I've seen that.
If you were in Gossip Girl.
I do like that.
I want to say Chase Crawford because of the name correlation.
Nate Archibald, good answer.
Yes, but I gotta give it up to Penn. I'm a huge fan. I mean, I gotta be honest. I've watched Gossip Girl I think 3 times, and that's kind of impressive. Like
I've
the
watched
that
Gossip
series
Girl.
when he came out and he was Gossip Girl, I was like, oh my god, this whole time. So yeah, I like to think that John B is a little bit of a mysterious guy, and he's got all these mysteries going on around him. So, I don't think I'm Chuck Bass, to be honest.
Now, Sarah, well, who would Sarah be?
Hasn't watched it.
Also has not seen Gossip Girl.
Okay, but
Oh.
like Sarah Cameron is absolutely Leighton Meester's character.
Actually, I would agree with that.
I know enough. I haven't watched it. I have watched like bits and pieces, and I know all the actors, and I know it's iconic. But I have not actually sat down and watched it.
She watched a lot of like The Wiggles. That's kind of her genre.
Listen,
Oh.
I can't curse.
Well, you could.
I really flirt with Teletubbies. Just kidding. No. Jersey Shore is my jam.
Oh, I love that. Okay, who would you guys be on Jersey Shore?
Oh, that's
Ooh.
I ain't seen that.
I'm definitely not the situation. I feel like I'm a Vinny. Maybe sometimes can fall into the Polly category when he gets a little rowdy. But Vinny kind of sits back and lets everybody do ridiculous stuff, and he's like, "That's dumb." You're in trouble. So
I feel like Sarah has a mix between, and maybe this is just me being biased because they're my favorite, but JWoww and Snooki.
Yeah,
I think
for
they
sure.
If
were
they
both
had like a
the
love
baby
child who had less hair,
And
less hairspray, not as tan.
Yeah, for sure.
And
I haven't watched it.
That's I feel like
feel
in
that.
in my ideal world,
Aww,
that's what I like to think Sarah would be.
nice.
I love that. Great answers, you guys. Now, in the show, you guys play love interests. So, how did you get to know each other? How did y'all break the ice?
Yeah. So
Actually, so our
yeah.
so the first one was in Charleston. I had just gotten to the production office and I was really sweaty, and it's summer in Charleston, can't not. And I showed up in the office because Jonas told me I had a chemistry read.
I've heard this
Okay.
story, I think,
And I get there,
loads
and
of
Jason's
times
sitting
now.
there, and he's like, "Man, my back really hurts. I've just been on like
And she
a
walks
red
over
eye.
his
Can you
back."
walk on me?" I was like, "Sure."
Heard
And then,
this story loads.
and then I see Jonas being like, I was like,
It's cute, though.
I'm Maddie. I'm playing Sarah.
Imagine a way to meet someone like that.
And so,
I thought she just worked in the office.
Oh.
Like I thought I was
Oh my God.
in there, and I was like, "Hey, it's been a really long day." And just got off the
Imagine
flight.
meeting someone like that,
So
though.
I was in the middle row, in the last row playing. Just, like,
Although I
walk
don't
over
think
the
I'd ask anyone to
okay.
walk over my back
That
like
kind of
someone
where
I
it
just
started,
met.
and then
We
we just
probably
really
wouldn't
had
do
a lot
that.
of in-depth conversation with Jonas about wanting to
Not that
take
confident.
this love that these two characters have for each other and try to find some like organic, authentic ground to make it on. And so we
They're
just, the three of
adorable.
us like spent a lot of time sort of researching, classic movies and iconic sort of love scenes, kind of like obviously the kiss and
That
the
was
Four is
such
very much
a great
Notebook.
scene. I literally was so
sort of like
happy
doing
when
a
they
deep dive
kissed.
into that and making sure that we were
Like,
giving
finally,
sort of like a fresh
like, the
take on a real
chemistry
love story, on
that
something
was
that
shown, it just
viewers could look at
wanted
and say
you
like,
to
wow, you have the
look
clash
like
of
want
the
them together,
classes
if that
here,
makes
but at the
sense.
same time,
If that makes sense.
you can't define love by the exterior; it's got to be internal. So.
absolutely.
I love that. And on that note, can a Pogue and a Kook's love survive without giving too much
I
away?
think it can. Hey,
I like that. Now,
Don't.
I told you earlier that we have seen a
Don't.
ton of love for y'all on Twitter. You
Don't
guys
say
are
that.
quickly becoming like teen
don't
drama
say you'll see.
heartthrob.
It better
I want to
work.
show you some of the tweets that we found because people cannot get enough of this show. And again, it's barely been up, but check this one out. It says, Outer Banks is hands down the best show I've ever seen. I am mind blown. And watch the video and look at the timestamp on that. So that's 7:03 a.m. They had like basically stayed up all night watching your show.
That's
Wow.
crazy. So it's
So
crazy
early.
because the night or the morning after the show dropped, I had gotten a bunch of messages from people saying that they had stayed up all night.
No, I was
watching
late to
it.
the
It was, like,
party.
8 a.m.
Yeah.
or not 8 a.m.
I was
that doesn't
late.
make any sense,
I'm
but, like,
always
10
late
a.m.,
to the
I don't
party.
remember, but I couldn't believe
But
like
season 2, I
couldn't
won't be
even
late.
stay up after it
Yeah,
dropped.
I'm a
I was
grandpa.
like, I'm I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
But the response has been so overwhelmingly positive. Like it made me so happy to see that people even wanted to
Yeah.
binge.
I had somebody message me today, and they're like, starting it for a third time, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Thank you.
Was it your mom?
No,
Oh,
my mom's big mama crying now. Sorry, mom, I'm exposing you.
Oh, that's
Like,
sweet.
ending, she's like, why can't we have a second season now? And I was like, we're working on it, poking the bear.
we're trying.
Well, speaking of second seasons, check out this tweet.
Let's see.
Just finished all of Outer Banks, and when I tell you, girl, if there is not a season 2, Netflix will be officially canceled for me. Cute when I tell you I've been screaming at my TV all damn day. Talk about invested fish.
Girl, same. I will riot. I will riot.
Riot.
So, just saying. No, it's
Okay.
actually I saw that tweet and I was cat playing.
Yeah.
Were you? Because it's so good. It's like it's really hard to stop. Like, you get that little message is like, "Are you still there?" You're like, "Yes, I'm still here and I'm still watching." Now, the one question I know everyone wants to know is, I know things are up in the air, but if you could come back, and fingers crossed you're coming back, is there any particular storyline that you would want to continue or drive for season?
That's such a good question, though. Like, what would you want to continue?
Obviously, I want to know what happens with JB and Sarah.
Same.
Obviously,
They better stay together, though.
I say let's do it.
Okay, great. Obviously, at least we think to the Bahamas, so that's exciting. I want to know, like, do they find the gold? Like, what happens? I want to see, how when they meet up with the Pogues again, and I really also want to see what happens with the Cameron family, because they're in some hot water.
So continuing that story. All right, well, before I let you guys go, I want to get to know you a little better, and I know people are searching you guys like crazy. So we're just going to do a quick rapid fire Q&A to wrap this all up. I'm going to ask you all the same question. Madeline, you go first, of course, and then Chase. Okay, what is your favorite TikTok dance or challenge right now?
Oh, okay, so there is this one challenge where it's called the Oh Na 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 challenge. And it's with your feet. It's like you're playing footsie. It's great fun. And
have you done it?
I have not done it, but I have gotten Chase
we haven't
and
put
Drew.
We haven't put it on TikTok, but we've had a couple nights where we've all kind of been me, Drew, Rudy, and Maddie will turn the song on and get it going.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it when it finally goes live. Okay, Chase, what about you? What's your favorite TikTok dance or challenge?
I am horrible with social media, so I have not really ventured into the interwebs of TikTok, but just because we've been doing that little foot kick thing, that seems to be the choice, I guess. Yeah.
I feel like he'd be really good doing the one Savage by Megan Thee Stallion.
Meg Thee Stallion. I feel like you could teach him that. What do you think?
I feel like he could pick it up.
Are you a good dancer?
No.
No.
Like a kid.
All right. What are you guys binging right now besides Outer Banks? Like, what's at the top of your watch list?
Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore.
Yeah,
we're going through the
on a deep
whole,
dive.
Haven't seen that.
whole series.
Been saying that. Haven't
Just
seen
recently
it.
started the Innocence Files.
Ooh.
So we're not too far into it, but it's fascinating.
I love that. Okay.
And Westworld.
So you guys have very good taste in television. Well done.
Westworld.
And maybe we could get in a little Gossip Girl or the OC like next week.
I'm gonna force her into it now. We're gonna watch it. I mean, I guess I just butchered the ending too. No, I didn't. You didn't hear that.
Nope, I have no idea.
So I've watched it probably 5 times. I'm way older than you guys, but honestly, it gets better every time. So no stress there. Okay, who is your celebrity crush?
That's a great question.
Jennifer Aniston, will you marry me? Please. Doing it.
Aww.
I'm obsessed. I've been obsessed for forever. Like, my mom has even talked to me about it. Like, since I was young, I've kind of always had a thing for Jennifer Aniston. So I'm staying consistent in these interviews.
You are. Is everything okay?
Yeah, no, we're good. Yep. But her.
And what is it about Jennifer Aniston?
I don't know what it is. I've watched Friends a billion times. Just go with it. With Adam Sandler, everything she does, I'm just like the cartoon heart eyes are just like popping out of her face, and it's pretty fun at this point, I think. So
cute.
Oops.
Is it my turn?
I'm getting all hot and bothered now.
So does this have to? Okay. Can I have 2 answers? All right, here we go.
Absolutely.
So, first of all, Penn Badgley. I mean,
Who?
Like the serial killer Penn Badgley in You, or like him in real life?
All of the Penn Badgley. Even
Okay.
the quarantine beard Penn Badgley.
He can kill me at any time. He can stalk me, take me out.
Wreck my life. And then also, I have always had a crush on 90s Cameron Diaz. She's a smoke show.
Oh, she absolutely is, no question. Those are those movies are so fun to watch. She she also gets better and better look. Like, how is she still getting more gorgeous every day? Like, she was already peak gorgeous, and now she's stunning.
Yeah, it's like also. Can we talk about J-Lo? How she just doesn't age.
It blows my
Ever,
mind.
ever.
Like, what water are they drinking that I need to get access to?
Somewhere in Puerto Rico.
Mineral water.
Totally. I love that. Good answers, guys. Okay, go to quarantine snack.
What?
Oh.
Oh, that was
All
a
right.
question.
Quarantine snack coffees. Chocolate covered coffees. I can't get enough. I will sit there and eat them
I
like
have not
4 at a
heard of
time.
that.
Just like
Yeah, it's an unhealthy habit.
I'm like Bugs Bunny with this carrot. Just like,
But it's just a chocolate stick.
yeah, it's just a chocolate stick.
Mine is spicy nacho Doritos, so I like to make sure my breath is as nasty as possible throughout the day. So, yep.
Reporters.
Okay, and since y'all are quarantining together, most annoying quarantine habit about each other.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Oh.
We're talking about each
We
other
got
or
pogos.
like, oh, pogos, yeah, New Girl reference. Okay.
Pogo.
Gets me when people don't clean up their dishes.
I
I'm a
suck
neat
at
freak.
doing dishes.
There we go.
Same.
Heard it here first. I'm the OCD dish cleaner, and she's the dish leaver.
Dish cleaner, dish leaver.
You guys are adorable. Thank you so much for spending some time during your quarantine with us
You're
here at
welcome.
E-News. And by the way, congratulations on the show. It's going to be huge. I'm so excited to see more of you guys on my screens very, very soon. Here's hoping for a season 2, because we can't just have one, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, have a good rest of your day. And everybody else, make sure you go stream Outer Banks on Netflix right
And
now.
hopefully a season 3 and a 4, maybe a 5, maybe okay, a bit over the top, but hopefully after season 2 there'll be season 3, and after season 3 there'll be season 4. Hopefully, we will see. Hope you enjoyed my reaction. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time.